Who are you?
I'm Bill. Who are you?
I'm Tony. Where are you, Bill?
In a 1920 movie, Tony.
Who are you? I'm Tony. Who are you?
I'm Bill. I was born February 5, 1914 in St. Louis, Missouri. I've been around for a long, long year. So I was sort of a wasp washout. We will not listen to you. We have had enough of your common bullshit. I left the United States because of was in trouble. My whole life has been resistance to the ugly spirit. Live with it day and night. Not anticipating any trouble, because I don't like violence. There is no thing to fear. There is no thing. He's probably the only guy I know who was really just all-out junkie, who managed to come back, kick it in the storm. Very rare. There's all kinds of addictions. Power is one of the principal addictions. When they got the power, they look sleek, satisfied. They're getting it steady. Thou shalt not blow pot smoke into the face of thy pet.
He could punch a typewriter or he could punch a tape recorder to death in shorter time than any man that I've ever known. He had such enormous energy in those days and such enormous intention behind what he was doing.
Take the enclosed copy of this letter, cut along the lines, rearrange, putting section 1 by section 3 and section 2 by section 4. Now you will hear my voice. Brian had made these cut-ups of various magazines. First cut-ups were very, very funny. Then it wasn't so funny anymore. Life is a cut-up. Every time you look out the window, and when you walk down the street, continually being caught by random factors. This is a fact of human perception, and the cut-up simply made this explicit. How does it seem to you now? How does it seem to you now? Thank you. Good. Look at that. Thank you.
Surrealism is a kind of automatic writing. Rimbaud's phrase was a systematic derangement of the senses, and the idea being that the senses are to some extent ideological, formed by external pressures.
Cowards, open fire!
And so you shatter that, break it up. Drugs, extreme experiences, kinky sex.
In fact, the official definition of surrealism is to make a work without any a priori moral or aesthetic considerations.
Blast of trumpets. The man wriggles. His flesh turns to viscid, transparent jelly that drifts away in green mist, unveiling a monster black centipede. Waves of unknown stench fill the room, searing the lungs, grabbing the stomach.
Over a series of years, from 53 to 57, Burroughs sent me the letters with all the chapters or routines of Naked Lunch. And then by 57, there was so much material that I had and he had that it was time for me to leave San Francisco and work on it with him to shape it into a book. Kerouac had started the typing. We arrived with all this new material, shuffled it around, typed it up.
We had about 500 pages of notes. So Brian Garson, Sinclair bailiffs, I sat down and assembled this. The chapter went to the printer. We said we'll figure out the order later, but when I came back from the printer, we took one look and said there's no necessity to make any changes.
Burroughs said, I'm not American Express. If the reader's ass is taken from Tangier to Paris in one jump, you'll have to get there himself.
If you want to be cool, you got to read, Naked Lunch, because, that's a cool book. They made a movie out of it.
They put it on trial.
It's about drugs.
there's certain requirements. If someone can't stand hours, years of solitude, sitting in a chair alone in a room, he should look for another trade, I think.
I tried to read Naked Lunch. I read halfway through it, and I pitched it. It didn't make much sense to me. It just sort of disgusted me.
Thou shalt not be such a shit you don't know you are one.
Mr. Burroughs, do you regret anything in your life?